I'm still working on this. But I will consider that. Is it a PC game or is it a console? Because I'm playing on a PC. Oh, okay. Genshin Impact. Alright, I'll look into it. Don't know if I'll play it, but I'll look into it for sure. Of course. One moment, real life calls. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, Austin, if you were waiting. Let's see. So now there's something else that I want to check. So cloud form. All right, cloud form. Increases spell custom. Okay, all right. So if I can keep cloud form up, I don't need Radagon, which means I can add more. But I have to keep cloud form up. That's the catch. But I love the running speed. That's good stuff. All right. Let's do it. See what happens. Holy cow. Holy cow. Ah, I should have healed. Now, what kind of damage is that guy doing? Hey, Mackenzie, I'm good. How about you? How are you doing? What damage is that guy doing? No, I think I'm going to keep that the way it is. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Devour. Nope, that's not what I meant. That's what I meant. And this. Three. I killed 5 guys. It's so weird the way that happens. It doesn't register all the kills. There are 5 guys that I'm hitting. Yep, only got 3 credited this time. Isn't that weird? I wonder if it's the distance that I am from them. Like somehow that matters. It shouldn't, but... I'm getting 6. There we go. That got me to 10. That's what matters. Alright. Now we want to make sure that cloud form is maxed. Oh, crap. Oh, perfect time for a game pause. That's where it belongs. Holy moly. Move! Good lord. Ay, 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 ay. Oi, 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 oi. Oh, oh, I got him. Ha ha. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. Sorry, I'm mentally processing here. Okay, so sorry, super focused. I was like 100% in there. All right. Um, this boss. Okay, so this is in specifically in the total mod called Elden Ring Convergence. It's not made by them. It's a group of developers. They did a fantastic job. So Convergence, I just realized, sorry, if people have been saying stuff on Twitch, I apologize if I missed it, or on YouTube, my multi-stream wasn't turned on my screen. I just turned it on, so if you've been saying hello there, please say hello again. I totally missed it. Okay, this boss is in this location in the cloister on the base map. If you think of the base Elden Ring map, it's attached to the cloister in Convergence. It's a unique boss to Convergence. That boss is wicked. All right, Vortex of Eagle is the top end fire or magma buff that came from. Where did I? That was at the end boss. And I had to kill it yesterday to get that spell, and now I don't remember where I got it from. It might have been from. Okay, yes, it is a modded Elden Ring, but it that doesn't say enough. Convergence installs completely separately, and then it links into Elden Ring to run the game itself. So my Elden Ring install is completely untouched. Lack of talisman variety? There's way more talismans in Convergence than there are in base game. I'm not sure I understand that. So it's modded, but it's a total mod, meaning that the game, there's like the same creatures there, that kind of thing, but like they've also added creatures that don't exist in the base game. They've added a ton of spells. There's a ton of talismans. In some cases they use this. In some cases they use the same graphic, but it's a different effect. So one of the things is there a. Just looking to see if there's a thing in here. Hold on. I want to get this cloud form back on. This cloud form is actually badass. Let me see. I'm just making sure there's not anything in here that I'm missing. Okay. So, no. This is a Convergence thing. So I'm gonna go and show you the talismans that I currently possess, and you'll get. Actually, I'm gonna show you how to get talismans. Then I'll show you what I have. So you'll notice an item that dropped from that boss was one of these shining relic remnants, right? In fact, these are the items you collect throughout the game, and you turn those in here in order to get other talismans. So some talismans do pretty much the same thing they did before. So the talismans that I have left, for example, thrown weapon attacks, I want to get that one. And these are combat remnants. Various mobs may drop them. So instead of dropping a talisman, they drop one of these. You then pick the talisman that you want. Let's see. Two-hand weapon, successive attacks. Oh, I have that one. Kicking, stomping. Attack power, points low. Attack power of skills. Stamina reducing charge attacks. Echo, same stance. Okay, and then heirloom remnants, you can turn into these heirlooms, but there's lots of heirlooms. They're either a straight stat or a combination of stats. So this is like Dex and Arcane, Strength and Arcane, Strength and Faith. I have all of these. So if you turn in a Faint Relic, you get these. These are the 5% increases, and there's one for each damage type. Magic, Fire, what's it? Physical, Magic, Fire, Lightning, Holy. And then I have all of those already. I have two of these. There's my physical, but it increases damage taken. And then this is fire, but increased damage taken. These are the various... Each one is like a different type. So, let's see... what's this? Attack power when someone's spirit dies. I actually need to look into that one. The class that I am, I need to check one thing that I hadn't looked at. And then this raises... It basically shortens casting speed by maximum amount, but it increases your damage taken. That's what the old version did. It just this details the numbers, and the numbers may be slightly different. And then I want to be able to crank up that. Warding Remnant. These are like defensive talismans. Let's see. Grants immunity to sleep. Immunity to madness. Oh, I want that one. And then these ones you can turn in for crystal tears. So if you know, I've got all the crystal tears I care about, so I'm just picking whatever. So I have all of these items already, so I don't have any value for those. If you look at the physics, look at all these crystal tier options that I have, right? There's way more. Many of them are the combination raises 2 stats kind of stuff. But then there's other ones. But I have tons of these options. Right now, I basically just switched to a fire build, and I'm going to switch back out of a magma build. I'm going to switch back out of the magma build because I've been working on it as a necromancer, and it's a completely different set. This is a necromancer weapon, for example, but the staff, I want the necromancer staff. And then there are multiple armor sets that I can go with. Mausoleum Knight is the necromancer set if you're going to use a weapon. The Royal Remains is better if you're going to use spells. Although there's an even more caster-oriented one, which is Fia's outfit. Royal Remains. Royal Remains. Yep. All right. And then what I want is Holy. And more Holy. Oh no, and Lightning. That's a secondary skill. And then... Let's see. For now, we'll go with their damage reduction, or damage taken increase. And now, most importantly, the spells. I just picked up something for Dragon Communion. Dragon Cult. Dragon Cult. Oh, that's the greater. It's possible that the Dragon Communion pick up their powers from something else, but I don't know. The way that damage increase works now is completely different. And Dragon Communion is not... Like, all of the spells of a particular type are narrowly limited to one set of things. Communion does everything. So, I don't know if there's a way that they address that. I just haven't looked into it enough. But if you'll notice, for example, like, this staff is optimal for fire. This one is optimal for physical. This one is optimal for holy. And then it has other things. If they created one of these that was optimal for everything, because Dragon Communion does all damage types, then no one would use anything but that item because it's good for everything. That's the only reason I can imagine they'd get rid of that seal, because there's not a Dragon Communion damage type. So you probably have to pick what damage type you want and then use the one that's associated with it. But none of these actually increase a spell type. It increases a damage type. Stabs and seals are the same way. The only thing that I can imagine is if there's a weapon, a specific weapon that increases Dragon Communion. And I'm not sure. I'd have to go through and look to see if they did that. But they rewrote the way that the rules work. I swear I got something for Dragon Communion. I thought I'd gotten something that said something about Dragon Communion. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, it must be because Dragon Communion as a type is a separate issue than the damage types that it does. Well, it's because Dragon Cult's all lightning. Right? It's an entirely lightning-based damage set. So you would use the reason I've got the Dragon Cult. I've got both of them actually, Gravelstone and Dragon Cult. They both increase dragon. They both increase lightning. I get it though. I did an entire build actually in the base game DLC. I did a build that was a ton of fun that you might consider, and it's this: use the Smith Script Dagger and Dragon Cult incantations. That build was phenomenal. Seriously, it was so fun. It may. There is still the concept of a spell type, and I believe there are things that affect those, but it's not the items you cast with. There's a talisman or something probably. There may be like one of these talismans. These are direct damage increase. There was something that I saw that did... I thought it did Dragon Cult specifically. But I don't remember where maybe I saw something and my brain triggered and went somewhere else. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. But in base game, I'm telling you, Smith Script Dagger with a blood. Yes, this is actually a mod. This is a total mod. You'll notice, I mean, look where I am. You see there's different mobs there, right? This is a totally different character. The spell set that it has, it's crazy. Like, the whole thing is different. What I need to do is change my spells. I was just doing a lava build, and that's not really what I've been about. So I'm going to get rid of most of these. Don't want that. I'm going to keep this. This is just too good. That won't work. Alright, let's do this from scratch. Okay, so what I need first is my pet stuff. So, binding, buff, hold on, sacrifice, hold on, binding, buff, sacrifice. Alright, now, Phoenix, Soul Steel. Alright, now we get to the good stuff. Ranker Storm. Heal. Maybe that's over here. Yep. Mend. Now I want cloud form. Oh, cloud form. Hold on. Perpetual signature. Okay, those should stack. Perpetual won't. An offensive would stack. What do these do? Oh, hold on. Actually, hold on. Wanted to get. I don't know why they put these in support sorceries. Um, all right. Now I want healing. Which is over here. And then Pyroclasm is just too useful. Okay, so now, who's still alive? There's this Dragonkin soldier, and I haven't figured out how to get to that guy yet. I feel dumb because I always end up getting to that guy unintentionally. Maybe from in here. Yeah, wait till you see these spells. The spells that are available in this are obscene. It's gross, the stuff that you can do. Feel like... Alright, let's see if we can't figure it out from here. Okay, so I need a Cursed Binding because if I don't, when I summon a pet, it'll take half my stats away if I summon a good one, which is what I'm going to do. And then Phoenix is a personal buff. Cloud form, which should stack with all that good stuff. Alright. Oh, hold on, one more thing. I want my torch. Alright, watch this. This is crazy. Oh, he's gonna blow. Stupid dung eater. Oh, wait, hold on. Still want that. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, there's some way I can do that. I remember there's this weird path through the tunnels. See if we can't figure it out. Oh, I gotta cast my spells again. Start off with Phoenix. Go back here. In the wrong spot. Problem is, when you teleport around, you lose these buffs. And I missed a spell. Alright, not you. Unfortunately, don't have enough spell slots for all the spells that I want. Where is it? Is it? No? Oh, here we go. That's what I want. Alright. Wave of Corruption. Biggest problem with that is you can't see anything. But that guy's gone. I already killed him. I love the auto loot. That's so handy. What? Why'd you go away? Okay, hold on. That's Phoenix. I really should do Phoenix first, but... Cloud form, and Wave of Corruption. I want to target that. That's weird. Wouldn't target it. What's this? Alright. Anything back here? Looks like there's something there. And there's an ant above me. Magic grease. Be nice if that spell lasted longer, but I suppose it makes sense that it doesn't. So the torch... Oh, uh-oh. Whoops. Torch is handy. Oh, I totally missed that guy and that guy. So, like, this area is different. I don't know if you noticed that. Not a lot different, but a little different. No, Lottie, he's not. I believe he is back at school. I think his classes are done for the day. Yeah, he had chemistry and English today. Not that that's terribly important, but he is done with that. He's probably working on homework. Hey, Ghost. So do you do cheer, Lottie? I know you don't, Ghost, but ask the other person. Well, actually, I suppose I don't know that you don't. Ghost, do you do All-Star competitive cheerleading? Love this. Rotten to the core. Oh, all right. Looks like I'm assuming Lottie did not stick around. I didn't realize how many runes I had. I should level. Yeah, those guys aren't worth very much. That is not a good farm. Mystic Shaman, huh? Interesting. Interesante. Oh. That was almost a tragedy. So you're Ghost, you are a student? I'm not trying to get personal, so like inappropriately so. I don't know. What do you do? What is your current vocation, if you do not mind sharing? Oh, all right. Fair enough. Are you yet young? That is, might I consider you young? Because you can do competitive cheerleading. Huh? That's similar to the age of my oldest kid. If you wanted to, if you wanted to cheer, you could. There's a category called open, which is basically 18 and up. Depending on what country you're in. Some countries it's 16 and up, but that's a whole different conversation. But my kid, who's 22, is a college and competitive cheerleader. In fact, he's actually on one of the pro cheer teams this year. Oh, uh-oh. That guy's nothing but trouble. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. That's interesting. That works. All right, let's see here. Oh, rats. I didn't want to go all the way down. That's okay.
Is some accustomed well.
The smell is beyond belief. That's funny. Like to go up higher there, but it looked like they had cordoned off that area, so it wasn't so easy to get up there. There we go. Oh, hello. turning these like piles of goo. Ow! I think that, okay, that got all those guys. Oh, there's a guy up there still. Oh, hello. Ah, there we go. Oh, this is new. That's interesting. All right. Oh, there's the Anspar rapier. Neat. Soap. Oh, where does this go? Wonder where this goes. Probably goes down there. Hold on. So I found a shiny I didn't find at all during my first playthrough. It's the poison mist. I, you know, so poison mist is a curiosity in my opinion. I'm not so. Here. So here's the deal with poison mist. The poison has the inherent flaw that it takes a really long time to do its damage. That's not to say the poison mist isn't great, but the problem is that unless you're using it in one of the cheese methods, like you're hiding behind a creature, you can do this with the many of the dragon knights on the horses. You can like sneak up behind them, stand directly behind them, and cast poison mist, and just stand there, and they don't actually attack you. And obviously, I think that's because it comes across as pure environmental damage, not as being caused by you. It's a method to get past some bosses, but I'm just not a huge fan. I think it does too little and it takes too long to do too little. It has its uses, but because you have to be right up next to the mob, unlike poison arrows, which you can actually fire from a distance, I mean, it's all good, I guess. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Phoenix. Ah, I had it. Missed that last time through here. So, I mean, it has its uses, right? But it's a very, very particular... It's a very particular use. I think the poison buildup that you get with a weapon that you know, stabby makes poison, I think is generally going to be more effective because you're also, like, hitting the thing. I don't know if that makes any sense. Alright, this should be... Yep, alright, this is what I was looking for. Is that the right spot? Yep. Okay. Let me get rid of that. Alright. So, now I'm going to need my pet. Let's go with this. Shield of the Guilty. There's something about that one that's interesting, and I'm forgetting what. Remind me. Too easy. Shield of the Guilty is like, it's ringing a bell, but I don't remember what bell. Oh, is that... It's on the tip of my brain. Nice. See where this takes me. What? Whoa. That seems kind of cheaty. Oh, that's interesting. Look where I am. I don't remember being in this spot before. That's kind of cool. Shield of the Guilty. Yeah, I seem to remember it being something about um, it causes bleed buildup. Yeah, and I think what you can do. Remember that the bleed buildup is you have to hit something with it, but I think a parry counts or something like that. So there was something interesting about using it to parry. It also giving you bleed buildup, but I've never been a fan of counting on a status effect like that on a shield, because it is a small shield. It's in the buckler category. All right. Yeah, I've already cleared this area, at least most of it, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I think I've got everything I care about underground. All right. Oh, I remember now. Let's see. We want to go. Where is it? Here. No, here. Now I remember. Ha ha. Well, Smith's dagger is technically a dagger, even if it's thrown. What I would do would be have 3 daggers in hand: Smith's script, um, the Black Blade, and Misery Cord, and flip back between them. That would be my opinion. Oh, there we go.
So it was perhaps I am pleased, however. Thou art a fitting choice. I go now to the night sky bid thee. Travel the pand once all is done.
Yeah, that works too. Oh, hold on. I want to see if this does anything else special. I'm just curious. No, it looks like it's the same. Oh, wait, hold on. You know what I forgot? I forgot to ingest this. Cragbolt, Dragonkin, Minefield, Frozen Lightning Storm. What the hell spells are those? ah. Now, somewhere around here, there's a wraith. That's not actually what I'm after. There's also a there's the wraith. God, I hate those guys. Oh, I forgot to do a soul steal. Damn. I totally forgot to do... yeah. Where is it? There's a false floor somewhere around here. Just not remembering where it is. That's not it. I swear it was in one of these. Of course, I might be wrong. Maybe it is up in here. I hate those guys. Stupid thing is, I knew he was there and I didn't get set up for it, so let me fix that. Although, now I just, like, did the wrong thing. Meh. Alright. For those that don't know, here, that. Alright. And now I'm going to need that. Alright, perfect. First, Phoenix. First binding. La la la. Oh, well, that's what I was looking for anyway. Hello. Off, off. Good lord. Alright. Now that's actually under there. And we're gonna go for that guy. Oil prone shack. This is a Convergence, which is a total mod for Elden Ring. You happen to have been watching a few moments that were actually totally the same as Elden Ring, but most of it is very different. Spells among them. So, for example, that spell, and what else? Equipment, don't want that anymore. Alright, so Phoenix, Cursed Binding, for example, look at my mount. Did I mark it? I did. That's the direction I'm headed now. It is, but keep watching, you'll see just how extensive the changes are. Spells, the whole kind of system for how damage is done and tracked, it's all been modified in some way or another. Sometimes it maybe they've simply detailed the way that stuff was supposed to work, but other times they're just major changes. It happens that you jumped in right where stuff is actually fairly similar. Oh, thank you, Pajin. But it should become dissimilar as I go up in this direction. Maybe. We'll see. You notice, for example, that it's auto-looting stuff as I run by. It only works for environmentals, but it's really handy, actually.
Oh, well, I witnessed the oppression awaking. Put under the justice to let the scars. Put under the justice to let the scars I.
Holy moly. Seemed like there were a lot more guys there. Let's see. Oh, another larval tier. Okay, so this is where a pewfirmer, a pewfirmer. That name just sounds wrong. So if you started with a perfumer class, this is where you would start. That's why it had that paperwork there that kind of tells you how to do the perfumer builds and all that. But this is where that, if you pick that as a starting class, this is where you would be. At least that's where it usually is.
Please, no. Dear me. I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me,
Not a one. Now, I don't know what this guy's going to give, right? Because you don't need the...
Oh, aye, we're finished. The curse, I beg you. You must keep... And if you should, then please...
So see how he didn't give me a medallion? I didn't actually get anything.
My alas.
So, and this item's still here, but now it's a larval tier, not a... whatever that weapon was. Oi. So notice how the magic got caught up in that? That's one of the cool things that this effect does. Is it will track... hold on. Is the summon? It is. Cool. Summon Nephili. So it will trap magic, and like it'll get caught like it's a little black hole and it goes into orbit. It's pretty cool. Now, this spell, Rally the Legion, actually works even with helpers that you summon that way, which is pretty cool. It also is a barrier that prevents anything that doesn't move super fast from getting through it. Didn't really need those. Just looking to see, yeah, there's still a lootable down here. Alright, that took care of that. Now, if I go back up to... There's lots of, like, cool and interesting stuff. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hold on. Phoenix. Cursed. Kinds of stuff is different. It's really crazy. I'm not sure what, like, solving the puzzle in this town gets you, because you can go up into the Hallowed Tree without this area. So now I'm curious. I also have this. Not really sure what to expect. Let's see. When in doubt. Whoops. Yeah, those guys are going to be the problem. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Soul Steel. Messy. Very messy. Oh, that was almost a tragedy. Yeah, this. There he is. Here we go. Wave of corruption. Do do do. Do 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 do. Oi. Oh well. Some aspects of this game are so much easier because the spells you have access to. And back. What? Oh, hello. That is not what I expected. Crap. Oh. Got him. Oh, nice. What's that gear good for? Int, FP, sorcery, lightning. Interesting. And I'm sure that'll go right back up to the trees. Oh. Huh. I'm sure that'll go right back up to the tree. And that's not what I'm really interested in. What is now down here? Nothing. That's interesting. They didn't replace it with something. All right. So this guy, these guys are interesting because Rena's Barrier is such an op spell. Watch this, see if I can get it right. Off the edge. I got nothing. Oh. Huh. All right. Well. Now, does this guy do the same thing? We're about to find out. Oh, he does. I hate this thing. No! No! Come on. Alright, check this out. Oh, it doesn't knock him off. Alright, well, fair enough. How about this one? Nothing? Ow! Sorry for the noise, folks. there's a better spell to clear that. Give me a second to load it up. So there are a few spells that are just absolutely amazing at what? Memory spell. That's one of them. Oh, that did it. Yeah, that spell's really good at clearing the stuff off the legs. At least it's flanged on the bottom. Ooh. Back to that. Alright. This can be the shield again. Yep.
O young yet towering sister of ours. let the
Young yet
blessing
towering
drip
sister.
and create life. For us. For all the Albanorics. Thank you. I finally... Oh, now that I will join. And when the fin, you may lay me to rest.
All right. That takes care of that. Deathrite Bird is down below, so you are next on my list. I need to come back here at night. I thought this one wasn't night restricted. What the hell? Apparently it is. I don't remember there being anything up over here. I don't remember that. Interesting. Trina's lilies. Huh. Alright. I guess I do have to wait till nightfall. Okay, so the Frenzied Flame, sorry, Griffo, the Frenzied Flame ending is basically an ending of pure chaos, basically burning out the ability for life to continue. it's sort of like a total chaos by fire kind of ending. I'm not the ideal lore person. Lady Chalice, I think, is the name of a YouTuber who has, like, she explains the lore really well. It's kind of nice listening to her voice too. But if she does a Frenzied Flame one, it's going to be a much more clear ending. It is considered to be one of the evil endings, and it's one of the endings that all the other endings, when you get to Radagon and you go to repair Radagon or whatever, you have a list of options that you can do. There are two that are not like that. Ronnie's ending has a blue summoning thing when you summon her. You get Ronnie's ending, and that's a different ending. You basically said, I'm deferring to her for an ending. Frenzied Flame is the other one. If you used Frenzied Flame to burn the tree, and you kill the Elden God while you have the Frenzied Flame on you, you automatically do the Frenzied Flame ending. There is a way to get rid of the Frenzied Flame ending once you've sort of engaged the process that forces you to do it. You don't get the list to pick anymore. You can only do the Frenzied Flame ending if you go to repair Radagon. Unless you take the Alloyed Needle, which actually I happen to have. I never really know. Maybe it's in key items. Yeah. No. It would have been here. I don't know where they put it, but there's an item called an alloyed, as opposed to unalloyed needle. An alloyed needle. And if you use the alloyed needle ending, bugs me when I can't find an item that's supposed to have info, no, recent key items, hold on, maybe it's under tools, here, this, Miquella's Needle, which is an alloyed needle is when you get it. So Miquella's Needle allows you to subdue the once accepted Frenzy Flame. So once you've accepted the Frenzied Flame, you're stuck with that ending, unless you use this item in a particular place to get rid of the ending, to get rid of Frenzied Flame. So, but it's considered to be one of the evil endings. All right, nighttime. Look, like, eek. That's funny. It's sort of hidden under there. Yeah, you should do a Frenzied Flame ending. I don't I think it's, you know, the problem is they have achievements tied to stuff like, you know, you've got to do something bad. It's kind of like having an achievement where you kill every NPC, right? That's probably bad, but there's an achievement for it. So I think it's you need Ronnie's ending, Frenzied Flame, and one of the other endings, right? And that's what gets you the achievement. I've done all of them. And the ending that's worse than Frenzied Flame, although that's arguable, is the Dung Eater ending, the cursed ending. I've done every ending. And Ronnie's ending, in my opinion, is probably the only one that's truly not heinous. But that's an opinion. Oh, I think I didn't update that. That's okay. Oh, he's there. That's funny. Alright. Well, here's that. Oh, I got the wrong torch out. That's funny. Oh, is that... no, a different creature died. Alright. Oh, the Dung Eater's getting chewed. See that? Dung Eater's getting pecked. Yeah, I refuse to do the Dung Eater ending just out of principle. I think it's an ugly, evil ending. I've done it just so that I can do it, and I even did... So I did the Frenzied Flame ending. I did Frenzied Flame, burnt the tree, and used the needle to remove the ability to end it that way, just because I wanted to have a complete set of, like, I've done everything kind of deal. Between all the various characters that I have. Oh, there we go. All right. But, yeah. The Frenzied Flame ending is an easy one to get. It's the of the end, other than the ending where you just end the game without doing anything other than just beating it. The Frenzied Flame ending is the easiest one to achieve because you just go down and get a hug and just complete the game as you normally would. Hold on. We want to go toward 2. All right, go toward 2. Yeah, I don't have a particular... All right. Oh, I remember where I'm going. Okay. Oh, hello. I don't particularly feel the need to kill you. Nope. I went too far. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, let's go with this. Got stuck onto one of the That's funny. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, I've offered advice to people on Elden Ring all the time when I'll like be watching someone stream, and everyone who's on the stream with them is giving him really crappy advice. You can try. It's entirely up to you. What I find, look, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. I vary that phrase to say you can lead a horse to water, you can hold its head underwater, but you can't make it drink. You can do even the most basic things to try and help somebody. If they don't want your help, that is not on you. That is entirely on them. Ah! I failed. Yeah, I give advice, and if they don't take it, that's on them. You know, there are a whole bunch of people who will tell someone online who's having a hard time, they're like, oh, go farm the bird, go farm the dragon. It's like, no, learn to play the game. You need to learn to play the game. That's what you need. People beat this game at level 1. With never leveling up. You need skill, not runes, because you will get to an area that will destroy you if you don't know how to play the game. That's really what it boils down to. Yeah, there's no wrong class per se, but there are classes that I think will make it easier and harder. Like if you pick a caster, you're going to have a hell of a time early game. Some fights will be trivial, but many fights are going to be really hard because you're squishy and you run out of mana fast and you don't do a lot of damage once you've run out of mana. There's nothing that really encourages you to get better at playing smart. Versus, what am I trying to say? Playing a, yeah, samurai. I don't like samurai as a starting class. I think vagabond is probably the better starting class. It's just an opinion. But samurai, you're kind of like a glass razor blade. Like, glass cannon, but the melee variant of it. It's not inherently wrong. Play however you want. I'm not going to tell someone don't pick however you like. But a lot of people will say pick samurai. I disagree. I think Vagabond is probably the best starting class for someone that doesn't know how to play the game. You'll learn the basics, and I think that's the right thing to do. Well, hopefully you'll learn the basics. You'll certainly be encouraged to learn the basics. In the dungeon with Yoda? Not sure I understand what that means. Yeah, I don't know what boss is Yoda. Oh, this is the dungeon with Yoda in it. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought we were talking about the guy. My bad. Blades of stone. Interesting. Alright, shortcut engaged. You said, I assume this is the boss with... This is the one with Yoda? Alright. Hold on. Let me get my cloud form. And now... When in doubt, Rena's barrier. Okay. I just don't know which one's Yoda. That shoots right through that shield. Now I know which one it is. Oh my god, I got 425,000 runes. I wasn't paying attention. What? No. That pisses me off. Oh. God bless. No! Damn it. This guy's useless. I did not think that pet was going to be useless, but he is. He's just standing there. Hergendurgen. Be much better off with the marionette soldiers. They'll just keep shooting. And that... I got 500,000 runes to get back to. What? That feels cheap. Bastard. Alright, that feels cheating. Right in that moment is when I needed to do a soul steal, and like 8 of them appeared, and I couldn't get any of them targeted. So that feels really cheap. And that's a new thing for this, it looks like. Alright. You know what I need? I need a couple different spells. Hold on. As long as we're here, let's get that up. Alright. Alright. That ain't gonna cut it. I want that. In fact, I want right. Do do do. Do do do. Oh, you know what else? Something else I forgot. 2 things, actually. I'm switching to my primary damage being lightning, so that's good. But I'm going to change you to lightning. I'm going to change you to lightning. All right. And hold on. Lightning. Lightning. Here, lightning, still medium load, and lightning. Nice, nice. Don't need you. Gonna switch. I'm going to leave that because I don't really have a good replacement for it. But maybe, hold on. That's physical. Alright, this will have to do. Alright, let's see. Oh. I don't need that. Okay. And Phoenix. Pet. Speedy. Oh, that's air tax on the cog form. Like, why am I speeding up? Oh, and I forgot to fix my physic anyway. Alright, whatever. Ow! you know, I really want to do the necromancer thing, but when the power imbalance is that large between using lightning spells, and I'm not even using a high-end staff for that, it's just crazy. Feels like there should be a thing here. Oh, there is a pile of runes that I should have run to pick up. Whatevs. Alright. Back to the entrance. Alright. Let's see. Alright. What are we looking for now? Oh, I see. Okay. Oh. Huh. Damn it. That was a screw up. Okay. I don't understand. That's not what I wanted. Oh, did I go to... Wait. Here we go. Knight's Cavalry Helm. Interesting. Well, let me open it probably till those guys are dead. Alright. That is doable. Let's see. Got an invasion message, but I don't know where they are. There they are. That was messy. I'll take it, but it was messy. Alright. That one. Alright. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I'm actually... My spells are all jacked up. And that's something I want. Like, my gear and spells, I wanted to go with a different... Again. No. I'm going to put those back on, but not in that order. Okay. Alright, and then... Is it here? That one. Yeah. Okay. Now, what are these? Creates a mass frozen lightning or is it crowd bolts? Rapid succession. Interesting. Hold on, I want to see this thing. I want to see this. Interesting. I have to play around with it to know if it's actually worth using, so I'm not going to mess with it. want instead is that. Wow. They're still there. Interesting. Interesante. Okay. Oh, I remember. Back to holy. Back to holy. And back to... That may be useful, actually. Oh yeah, and hold on. Back to the torch. Alright. What is this place? Hold on. We're going to go immunity here. There. Oh, this whole place is filled with lava. Good lord. Ew. Oh, those guys. Yuck. You know what? There you go. Alright, now I know that lava one's not going to be very useful. So we are going to remove that spell. And I don't think I have an equivalent spell, do I? In the magic or air territory? Duelist Moonblade. It doesn't have the range. Let's see what this does. Ah, okay. Not big fan. Alright. Do I have anything in this space? I guess I do. Alright. Oh, damn it. This whole dungeon, I'm not going to be able to use that. Bleh. Alright. Too much thought going into it. Oh, and I'm wearing the wrong armor again. Bruh. Holy moly. Man, that was crazy. Oh, I don't have my healing spell anymore. Ah, I hate it when I change spells and I forget to put something like that on. I'll live without. Oh, thank you for the share, Michael. How you doing, Sykes? Well, I can't get through there, so I guess I'm going through this way. Oh, wow. All right. it. Dodge, 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 dodge. There we go. So this is Convergence. This is a full mod to Elden Ring, and it's like a total replacement. So Elden Ring sits in a folder over here. Convergence is over here, but then reaches into Elden Ring to run. But if you like, this is where I am right now. This isn't in the base game at all. It's like a total new creation from the map and everything. It's really good. I was just surprised. This is all DLC stuff. But they've made changes to like mobs and their abilities, and they even changed the graphics. It's pretty incredible, actually. So the problem is that, so there's a bunch of things they changed that are little stuff, like this shield, I put an Ash of War on it that provides a slow heal back, and then natively, you just, it's in Convergence, so you have to actually install the Convergence mod, which if you search Elden Ring Convergence, you'll find all that stuff. Once you've done that, this becomes an area that, this is, the entrance to this location is the same as a location in base Elden Ring. It's just they completely revamped the inside. And there's lots of dungeons they did that too. So it's like a whole new experience. Walls. slow cooking from holy damage. It just, those guys have such a massive damage reduction. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Oh, hello. They're cooking. Oh, Lord. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna raise like a big old thing. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's more. I don't think I'm gonna run out there till I see what else appears. That's pretty cool, though. Ah. Oh, hello. What am I about to do? No, that's not what I'm trying to do. There. I have a bad feeling about this. So, I'm not going to be able to summon a pet, which is a big bummer. I'd rather be able to summon a pet. But that is neither here nor there. So, get my cloud form going. Turns out this one's going to be a lot easier than I thought. All that drama. So, yeah, what happens is that they've created some spells that, when used against certain bosses, are just obscenely powerful. That's one of them. Alright. Now, I want to go to Hidden Path Stray Mimic. To get there... Lift is going to be the best way to get there. Alright. What time is it? Alright. Oh, hold on. Phoenix. They also, Sykes changed a ton of spells and added a ton of spells. Ah, I did the wrong one. Which sucks because I have to cast those spells again. That minor suckitude. But Hold on, I need to check my spells. I want my heal back. Okay. Heal. Equipment. Hold on, holy spells. All right. Please tell me did not just go back to regular medallion. Okay, good. Secret medallion. Oh, crap. Right. Oh, shit. Almost made a mistake. Alright, so here, put the barrier there. Oh. That was a lot of rooms, too. I gotta be careful. Poopy. Oh, really? That's okay. There we go. Huh. Holy cow. Oh, damn it. Dude, that guy was rough. So we're going to start. Actually. Yeah, it's, and the thing is that the spells that you get, so I don't know if you noticed earlier, I ate something, a rune, and it gave me these 3 spells. These are the top level spells. So the boss that I beat gave me the highest level. Jesus, this guy's just. Do I need her pop up down there? No. Hold on. Oh, shit. Finally. Sorry, got like beep. So, as you, they break down like how everything works in a way that makes a lot more sort of logical sense. I don't know that it's better than the base game, but when you look at it from an objective mathematical point of view, it seems to make more sense. So there are spell types and there's damage types. And for the most part, they've moved all of the buffs and things towards the idea of an improvement to damage types. So, for example, if you look at a staff, I don't want to do that. So, when you look at a staff, for example, and you look at the description, it'll tell you that this staff is optimal for holy use. It's good at lightning, moderate for fire magic, and weak for physical. And then other staves will have different values for different things. This is fire, and incantations are the same way. So all the spells are going to do one of these types of damage, and then physical is physical, or melee is like a melee attack. And all the items then have a bunch of different like stats and abilities that they'll change based on various bits and pieces. So there's a lot more in depth. And then if you look at the spells themselves, each spell, on top of the other stuff, like it might build up bleed, it might build up frost, right? It's also doing damage that matches the old type, but now the items are very clear about how they're going to help you. So the staff that I'm using right now, Prince of Death staff, it still has the int and faith scaling. I'm sorry, I don't think you can. I think it's PC only because it's a mod. Sorry. Oh. Aegis of Hada. I don't know what that is, so let's take a look. This is a shield. And then, as a shield... Oh! Oh, now that's interesting. So, you can use incantations with this shield in hand. Now, that's kind of neat. Interesting. Ah. Man. Oh, that's not useful. Yeah, well, us PC gamers with high-end gaming machines also spend a metric fuck ton more money on our machines. Locked by some contraption. Uh-oh. What lever did I miss? There. You don't want to know how much my gaming rig cost. Any chance I can... Nope. Alright, you know what? With this much... I'm not walking in there with that many runes at risk. I have to fight my way back in there, but I ain't gonna risk that many runes. Another 4,000? Come on. Worst part is I may not have that. I just, like, blew all my runes. I gotta have it. 4,000. 10, 7, 6, 5... Oh, no, I didn't spend that much. Jesus. I'd have... Okay, look, if you're spending that much on a gaming rig, unless you're paying an artist for some aspect of what you did, you're getting more than a gaming machine could possibly need. Like, you're putting more memory in there than your machine could ever possibly want. That would be an obscene increase. All right. Here. Up here. I don't know, 15K. I mean, a high-end video card is 2,500. Motherboard is like 500, so there's 2,000. 128 gigs of RAM, which is severe overkill, is 1,500 at this point. This machine, if I'd bought it 3 months later, would have cost an additional $1,200 just because of memory prices. 1,000 in memory alone, which is insane. Seriously, it's just obscenely more expensive than it should be. here. And then here. And here. Oh, Jesus. Of course, it also depends on the country you're in, also. It's a weird quirk that technology like computers are actually cheaper in the United States than other places, but that's a curiosity. Alright, I want, hold on, I want you. Boy, I'm pretty easy to beat. Alright, so see how... This is the critical part. So see how this says, used to learn several master level bestial incantations. So there are 5 levels of spells, from faint to master. And the master ones, when you get them, whatever they are, these happen to be the beast ones, right? Earthquake, Roar of Rugula, Boulder Volley, that looks fun, Bestial Fervor, and Source of Creation. So that one might be interesting. So when you go to look at the actual things you get, Source of Creation, for example, is a legendary enchantment. See how it says legendary enchantment on the second line? So you can only have one of each type of enchantment on at a time. Increases total hit point by 10%, while active healing received by crucible spells is increased 10%. Let's see. And then this effect never expires. So basically you put this on yourself and you're even more buff. So there's some pretty cool stuff. This is also legendary enchantment, but if you'll notice, this one increases endurance in mind, while active casting spells that apply rend will restore 7% of SP. Let's see. While active, the effectiveness of Stone Skin and Bestial Strength is increased. So one of them is like a big sort of melee fighting concept buff, and one's a very like sorcery casting level buff. So, and then this is just a spell. I'd have to look and see what it is, but that certainly looks interesting. And then Earthquake, yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of pretty interesting stuff. All right. Where I really want to be now is... Oh. Alright, hold on. I didn't actually burn the tree yet, so let's burn a tree. Why not? Oh, remnant crafting, that's where I can turn in these items for, like, talismans or whatever. I think they're almost all talismans, if not. They're talismans or they're physic increases. So... I already have most of these, so... Immune to bleed... Immune to frostbite. Immune to sleep. Oh. Are you ready to commit the cardinal sin?
I have long observed the lands between this world and death. Are you to commit? Very well, let my hand.
Now, I don't know what the whole place that I land in may look completely different. It may look exactly the same. We'll know in a moment. Looks similar. No, it does not. Actually. There's that path down. Thing is that, like, they may have added stuff to these, like entrances you can go through, and you'd have to explore it all to figure that out. Huh. Neat. Hello. Uh-oh. Oh, buffs. Buffs. Phoenix. Cloud form. Oh. Accursed binding. That's not what's his name. That's fun. Ow! Holy cow. Oh, wow. Man, that actually was a tough fight. That was a hell of a lot harder than, what's his name? Crucible's Betrayer. And then Gideon. Yeah, it's got a ton of content. I mean, in the time you've been watching, you've seen a bunch of stuff that's unique. Sometimes it's the same location, they have a different boss. So it's just kind of a more interesting fight, for example. Let me think for a minute. What I'm lacking here, there's a curse. I'm going to try with this stuff. How close to a level am I? I have one. By 600. Hey, Angel. Yeah, it does. There's a lot of... Wait, did I see something in there? No. Yeah, it has a lot of content, some of which is similar, some of which is very different. And, like, this may not be that same spell, or it may be... Yeah. I'm so maxed out on those now. You max out on those really quickly in this. You need less of them, and you're not... I've overplayed. Like, you're supposed to be able to do each class and then follow a path through the class to get to the end. I kind of played everything, so... let's see. I'm gonna do that. Holy moly. Holy moly. Oh no! Hold on, where is it? Where is it? Sacrifice. Ah. Ranker Storm. So, like, sometimes I get these, like, I'll start doing this sophisticated setup to try and do complicated things, and it's like, nope, just spam that, you'll win. Which I think is funny. Alright, that's another level. We talking about 100 and... Oh, I need 130,000 just about. Watch this. All right, 160,000. Level up. Oh. All right, 40, 40. Hey, Ms. Cheer. How are you doing? Is it Ms. or Miss? Just so I know which one I should be using. MS could kind of go either way. Thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Miss Cheer. You know what? I miss Cheer too. Ah! Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Dad joke. Do you, hold on, here we go. Do you cheer presently? So I'm using a tool that doesn't let me like look at someone's info on the feed that I have. So, hold on. I want you. Oh, where do you cheer? Sorry, I'm going to do my best to pay attention, but this is like super focus moment. Where do you cheer? What kind of team? Spill the tea. I'm all about it. This is the last boss of the game, by the way. I don't know if you care much about Elden Ring. Ow! Holy moly, that hurt. Cheer Extreme? Nice. Are you on a Worlds team? J2, very nice. That's actually one of the hardest divisions in all of Cheer. So do not feel bad about that. Oh no. Ah. Boy. Here's something interesting that you may not know about Liam. His third year of doing cheer, he, for the last part of the season, 2 competitions, he was on 3 teams at the same time. He was on level 5, which back then was called 5 restricted. Now it's just called level 5. So he was, because level 6 used to be level 5, and then they had 5 restricted, and then they stretched it so it went 5, 6, 7 instead of 5 restricted, 5, 6. So he was on 5 restricted. He was on 4, so that 5 restricted was a senior team. The level 4 was a junior team, and he was on a level 1 junior team. How crazy is that? I have video of him and pictures and stuff of him on all 3 teams. Oh, well, thank you, Ghost. Woohoo, thank you. It's going really well, but he's, since their first, Liam was injured before the first competition. That's why he's not, you're not seeing him do all of the crazy stuff. Actually, immediately following the last one, he was in a boot. He has an injury in his ankle that's he's trying to heal. Go figure that one out. He's getting better. It's yeah, you know, and especially as you get older, your body just heals more slowly. So he's working on it, but I mean, he's so busy. He's got college classes, he's got college cheer, and he's got Miami Metal, and he also gets brought places to do camps and stuff. There's just a lot that's going on in his life right now. And it's not going to slow down. All summer long, he's going to be doing camps and clinics all over the country. You should keep an eye out. I mean, they'll happen all over the place. Um, I'm just hoping we get to see him this summer, you know? I forgot to do this. Oh, ow. Oh no. There we go. I will tell them Avalon said hi. Absolutely. Oi! Damn it. Yes. Hello, Lucifer Morningstar. Love that sound. Wee. Do, 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 do. Not too far. All right, we got Ronnie's ending right here. We got no other ending. Fine with me. Hold on. Where? There it is. What time is it? All right. Wait a minute. All right. Real life is calling me away. Times are excellent, but I should depart. Thank you all very much for being here. Thanks for coming by, Lucifer. Sorry you kind of caught it at the tail end, but I've already put a couple hours in, 3.5 actually. So this is Convergence, which is a very interesting mod. I'm gonna mess around with it some more, see what else I got. It's see you later, Ghost. Appreciate it. Be awesome, be excellent, be good to each other, and I will see you